Hello everybody to my help section. Do you know the story where the piano teacher tells the student, I have good news and I have bad news for you. And then he says like, this piece starts in C. And the student goes all happy and then says, bad news is it ends in D flat. This format is called a tragedy, but this is not a tragedy because you have me. We start with the C part. And the beginning is probably the easiest bit in my whole channel. We have, and I'm even ashamed to teach it. And you will see me ashamed very rarely. But it's good for showing you something. That we have the C chord sometimes just as a plain C. And we have it as a C major, which will probably show up like something like this. See root is, we investigate the chords, you might have realized, and that will be very helpful for you to learn this in a much easier fashion. You know there is a slow replay coming after this that helps even more. It's very slow this time, so. And you have the F sometimes as this, where we use the ninth, or sometimes as this. You see? Different voicings to make F sound more beautiful. Now the trick starts actually, and we have G, here we have the G7, so all very well-known chords. Now the real trickery starts when the melody sets in. Of course, we have these beautiful chord changes that are really magnificent. And you know some of them already. First, we have this E and then the E, the C, we start with the C. And then we have the E with the B in the bass. This is a very nice chord progression. Here. This would be the E7 complete with the B in the bass. And we have the A minor. And we have the wonderful, this is wonderful, this is just magic. I wish I had done this. And you see again, I showed you already the F with the ninth plate. It has this wonderful yearning sound, which you also love. Now the left hand is arpeggiated, and you will see the pattern with the ninth. You see here with the ninth, and you see this. You know this, or many of you know this, hopefully. From my tutorial about the easiest left hand to make slow songs sound beautiful. You see, just like this, and then we bop, 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 and we do the same in F. Play the one, the fifth. I'm spitting on my pants and partly on my piano. That's fair. So we have the F. Also, we add the ninth here in the pattern, so that makes it like kind of transcendent. And here, what did I tell you in the beginning? We have the C major without the root in the right hand. It's a beautiful and airy voicing. Is that? Oh, that's really moving. I'm starting to cry already. But then I remember Charles Bronson with the blues harp in his mouth, and then I stop crying. No, and then I start crying for different reasons. Also in the left hand, we do the same again. I have few tricks, but my few tricks are enough to make the sound beautiful. Here, A minor, also with the ninth here. Oh, it's just A minor, and it sounds like a masterpiece. And we have the E minor. So we have the first degree C major. We have the fourth degree, the F major. We have the dominant seventh chord, the G7. We have the second degree also coming up, and we have the third degree. So we're all staying, almost all the time staying within the degrees of C major, except this little transition from C major via the E chord with the B in the bass to E minor. And now we do something that's called oversetting. Yes, 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 you don't like it, but it expands our reach here for the arpeggio here. And we are already first at the end of the first theme. Now in my tutorial you see like theme 1, theme 2. Of course it means it's just the same theme but with different treatment, different arrangement. It's not like usually theme 1 means or theme 2 means different theme, different melody. This is not the case here, you might have realized. And then we have these beautiful chords. Ooh, it's always simple until now. And now we are swelling, not literally. And whoa! This is really once upon a time in West Berlin. So beautiful chords, no? Again, just because it's so beautiful. And now we go to the A flat 7. And this is just transitioning to this. C with the, it's magic. And then, now comes the bit that you have all been dreading. It's tetrachord. Not tetra pack like your red wine. It's tetra, I just got to get my tea bag out. I just took my tea bag out. I don't want to have this, the Earl Grey poisoning. That is known to be very painful. Easy also to watch for you. So, we have and now we have, now I told you already, this sounds like $20, but like in a sense it sounds really expensive, but it's just, you see, it's just the chords with an octave, and it sounds already like Lang Lang played this, you know, and then we move just here. It's just the octaves wandering. That's the trick to make this sound like really sumptuous. Here. Everybody can play this and sound great for a moment at least. And then octaves, and it's slow, and that's why you can play these octaves. Here. Yeah, what's D minor 7 in here? Nothing, but it's still D minor 7. We just play the tension notes. You can remember this. We play the 7, the 9, and the 11. Here, 11 again. The upper note or the lower note is always doubled. That makes it easy to remember. And you can see this as the C major triad or with an octave over D. That's maybe easier. And then we are back to D minor 7. And then now comes the moment you've all been waiting for. Now, what is this? Okay, here we have to stretch time, like Einstein already said. He said when he talked about relativity of time, he was talking about cocktail piano, which few people know. He was a very good musician, a violin player. And here we have this. Time is relative. We stand here, but we have to include an arpeggio here. And many notes, but still it's only one bar we have left. Then we start again with the theme. So take your time here. You can really stretch time here. It's down here, no? Yeah, here. And now comes the trick. It sounds great, and it's only 3 notes. It's one of those patterns that will elevate your musicality or the sound. And it's just repeated. You see, it's just a G. It starts with G, C. Oh, did it? No, it starts here, huh? Yeah. So it starts here. So just the root, 4th, 5th, root, 4th, 5th, root, 4th, 5th. And you can do it at your own tempo. Ba, 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 bum. So, okay. Everything clear? Yes. And then we have the second yeah. And 2. And we have the same melody, just with a little bit different in the right hand. In the right hand. and blah blah blah. You see again these tetrachords, they have just repeated octaves, and it sounds epic. Now we have, and again, here. Very simple thing. Going to the A minor down. Bam, 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 bam. E minor, just, you know, it's just the E minor chord with the octave here. And you see what I told you in the beginning. Now you remember it. It has the C here, the ninth of the F, just remember these bits and pieces. And now comes the thing you've been hoping for. A famous philosopher said, in order to be happy, you need three things: someone to love, something to work, and something to hope for. And this is the third bit. What you hope for, a piece in D flat. And now you already learn how you modulate into another key. You play the dominant seventh of that key before, and that's a smooth transition. And now let's have a look at this one. This is the A flat 7. You know, this is the A flat, try it, and now we play the 7 here. You see? And that's the dominant 7th chord of the D flat chord. So that's how easy you transition into the half note higher. We were in C, and a half note higher is the D flat. Many musicians call this the Barry Manilow effect, because always he did that, like Mandy. And no, then come Barry Manilow effect, and here he uses Ennio Morricone, learned from Manilow personally, from Barry Low. Ennio Morricone learned from Barry Manilow. Christ's sake. Okay, now let's have a look at these chords. We have the D flat. Try it again, just with the octave doubled. Now we have the same as before. This just transposed. Now we have this is F7 with C in the bass. Look at this. You will encounter it later when you play it from the slow replay. Oh yeah, another chord you never ever played in your life before. It's a B flat minor. The B flat minor is this one. Now we octave everything we can grab off. We have the 7 and we here. And you know immediately what you're dealing with. And then comes the what comes then? There's a mistake. It's the D flat 7 that comes now. I found a mistake on my sheet music. Okay, here. Yeah, this is a bit abstract, but can you see the D7? Look at this. The D7 is this one. D flat, sorry. D flat 7. Here is this one. And we just play these three notes of D7, of D flat. Here we play the major third, the minor 7, and the root, and in the bass we have the A flat. Wonderful sound. And we go. We are now in the 4 of D flat, G flat. And now this beautiful chord. Listen to this. And here we have the full D flat major in all its beauty. Beautiful, no? Yeah. We have the, just think this one here, and you can see it. Here we have the D flat major, and we octave the F here. Wonderful. And again, the same trick, F7 with the C in the bass. Can you see the F7? Of course you can, otherwise put the brightness on 11 on your monitor. And we have again B minor 7. Wow. And this is beautiful voicing. It just, teach you something in between. Look at this. It's the F minor 7, and we have this beautiful voicing where we octave the minor third, and we have just the minor 7. We skip the 5th. It's a beautiful wide voicing here. Imagine this played with the 5th also, like, yeah, it's good, but here. It's just area. Okay. Where was I? Yeah. And we go back to the G flat. And again, A flat 7. I just took down in the notes A flat 7, or in the when I played the song, just for readability. You could write this completely down as A flat 7 with the 9. In the display it says 7 sus 2. Yeah, it's a bit pretentious. It would be A 7 9. And I just write A7. You don't have to add all the additional notes. You can. There's no international rule by the United Nations that says you have to. So sometimes for readability, it's also good that it's also sometimes less is more. And we go on. And here's the last little trick, which is the A7, A flat 7 here, with the flat 9 here. Last minute, he added something not to sound boring. He said, I don't like the song. Well, it's kind of bad, but, and like Ennio Morricone, and in the last minute he said, but if I give this this flat 9 from the perspective of A flat, it might just be, I save it somehow with the last but third note. Like I get $100 for this, so I must deliver, and he delivered last bar, last but one. And then I hope I could help you a little bit. If you do not want to play the D flat 7 part, you can just end just before it you end. Are you still with me? Yeah, just before the A flat the A flat 7 starts, the modulation. That's the last chord before we go to the modulation. You just stand there. You just stop there. Okay, I hope you like it. Wonderful masterpiece. Now please go to the slow replay and enjoy learning from there. Bye bye.